got to say it's going to be a 2-0 Heroic. They could surprise. Vega could pick up overpass, but I don't see them picking up nuke. And frankly, we haven't seen enough of them on train to make a fair decision in what they're going to do there. So I'm going to, again, go with a 2-0 or a 2-1, but obviously I have to give one result, so I'm going to go 2-0 to Heroic. But anyway, let's see what the pistol round's like. We're into the first map. This is Vega's map pick on overpass. They've gone for the full armor buy. And we see Heroic, very similar situation. Full armor on the CT side.
Archie gonna have a little bit of a push into connector. Actually catches out Yugi early on. Your boy is down and out. First one to die. Oh, Hugo's crying inside. Muddy will be able to trade one back at least, but it's Hootie to actually bring another one through. And the remaining 4 players are yet to take a single tag over on this T side. And, well, you can see the bomb's actually fallen all the way back at this point. Nico, though, will get one. Looks for a second, but runs out of ammo, unfortunately. And that leaves just Muddy left. 1 versus 3. May be able to get an individual duel, but he's not going to hit the shot. So that will be Hootie to finish things off. 2 kills for him in that round.
Yeah, nice stuff for Vega Squadron to actually open that up. Very interesting to see Heroic go for the full armor buy instead of at least investing in a kit, some utility, maybe in another pistol, but not going to matter too much. They got the force buy up in the second round. We're going to see Vega go for a very meta buy. We've got the UMPs in here for the T side. 1 rifle on Mir. He's going to be left with no utility, but it's not a matter because the rest of his team have been able to afford all that. And Heroic just investing across the board. Apart from Yugi, usually saving for this AWP, Nico's going to be going for a deagle. And without the armor as well from Nico on this round, means he will be able to go for a deagle in the upcoming round as well at really no extra cost. But I don't imagine Heroic's going to be pulling too much out of this one, especially with 2 armorless players up against a plethora of SMGs.
Yeah, a little bit of a risky one. I am a fan of the UMP. I think it's hard not to be with the level of overpowered it is, but these pistols can definitely get those close range shots. Now, we're going to see how the CT's actually opt to play this one. They've got 3 players early over towards this B site, and Body in a very aggressive angle. Has to be a little bit careful, but they are going to throw out a flash. He's going to get caught by it, and that does leave him slightly isolated. JR will get one. Body manages to trade one back, but JR with the pistol and Cassandra's help is going to clean up 2 more players, leaving it with only 2 left remaining. No armor on either of them as well. It's going to make things very difficult. Nico spamming away, but can't quite find anything at the moment. Will take down 1 at least, so they are doing some damage. But now with the knowledge of his position, Chopper's just going to be waiting to make sure he can only spam shots from 1 spot.
Nico already looks like he wants to reposition, waiting for the aggression down towards the CT spawn. And I think he's going to walk into it, Tom. Down the stairs he goes. Chopper's posted up. It's all a game of timing. And Nico, he misses the crucial opening shot. And that is going to allow the bomb to be planted and Vega to secure the round pretty much. Nico's going to have to do something absolutely nutty. Despite this being an online CS, I'm not sure it's going to happen today. Cassandra takes him down. Vega Squadron clean up with a second round on the board. Only losing 2 players as well to the 4, so not too bad there. And Heroic now full eco. Maybe Nico buying up on that deal again, or he may just be saving for the utility up in the next round. Obviously, that will be the buy. We could potentially see an AWP here from Yugi as well, but that's if he gets a kill with the USP. So not a lot of hope there, but let's see what happens.
I'm just reading people questioning my pronunciation. Is it Hootie? Hootie? I think it's definitely...
Hootie.
It can't be a J. It can't be a J, because it's Russian. So it has to be pronounced as a Y. So...
I don't actually know. I've always called him Hutchie or something. It sounds like Hud's G, you know, but
I thought it would just be Hutty or Hootie, because that's
well,
like...
someone in chat can correct us. Some Russian fans
Let's see what people say. I'm still thinking that has to be a Y, because like I've never seen anybody pronounce a J in Russia with an actual J. So we'll see. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but either way, we've just missed a little bit of an eco round. Nothing really coming of it. No kills going the way, so the T's have built up a nice amount of money. And now, are we actually going to see... It's a silent J, so that would be Hutty then. Or Hootie. Oogie, that's not helpful. Hutchie? Okay.
Hutchie, yeah. That makes sense. Okay, Hutchie, we'll go with that. Again, at the end of the day, everyone's going to have different pronunciations, right? So we're going to have a lot of difference, but... Either way, we'll get into the game. We'll ignore the pronunciation. I'll make sure to call him Hudchi for the rest of the match, just to trigger the guys in chat. But Heroic with the triple B play. We have a lot of aggressive positioning from Vega Squadron very early on in the round. They pushed Mir all the way up towards Long, at the top of it, in fact, and the rest of them going to be joining him over towards toilets as well. So looking like an early commitment towards EA site. He has been tagged down a fair bit, and we have Nico and Yuki pushed up. These are all up in play as well. Finally, as we see it being brought out, and that is going to be lethal here. It's a very, very good weapon in the hands of the right man, and Yugi is definitely the right man for the job. But Flash and Smoke, they're going to go over. May peek into this one, just going to miss a shot as the smoke does go down, and Vega with a nice set piece onto the A site. Still no kills to come out.
Now we get to see if that SMG can be deadly at close range. I think he's actually jumped over Nico's head, continuing through the bomb. Will be planted, but gets sprayed down in the meantime. And with these UMPs and AK still in hand, they have no utility to delay anything else. The CTs, however, only have one kid. It's on Nico at the moment. He's going to throw a smoke onto the bomb. The aggressive JR is taken down. And he's just trying to bait out these remaining players. Going to tap the bomb, push around, trying to find something there. Probably could have just gone for the defuse. In fact, will catch Chopper. And it's actually Mir left to try and do something from long. He's going to go rotating away, and actually I think he's just decided this is not worth it. They've got the bomb down, they've got the extra cash, and they're just going to take this into the next round.
Someone made a good comparison in chat. Pronounce Hoochie's name like Gucci, but Hoochie, you know? That's the correct way. So Gucci, so it's Hoochie. I got it. Thank you for that, Mr. The Unknown Subject. That's probably the best way of saying it. Either way, though, Heroic, first round on the board here. They've got to be careful not to get reset, as Vega Squadron is still able to buy up, especially with that help from the bomb plant as well. We are going to be seeing them once again set up outside of the B site for a bit of an early play, and Cassandra, the man in connector here, sorry, as we see Vega Squadron take some very fast B short control, running through the Molotov as Chopper, looking for an early pick. I don't think they're going to expect this aggression, and Snappy won't. Free kill for Chopper, doesn't decide to back off despite being tagged up, and that will end in his demise as Mori peeks out and gets himself another kill, goes in for Mir, and he will land it. Valdi's going to support, and now 2 players remain for Vega Squadron. This is a clean round so far from Heroic.
A really nice positional play there from Modi, and also able to hold off monster control while being pushed from short, just relying on his teammate. Very smartly done, and has basically set them very nicely up for the rest of this round. JR is going to be taken down while holding the bomb, and Hoochie is going to go down as well. So, nice clean up there from Heroic. Still going to be a buy on the board for the Vega Squadron side. They really did make a huge amount of cash in those first few rounds. And we are going to see the AWP come into play as well for that T side.
Yeah, back on JR here, obviously. He is going to be an interesting player to watch out for, so definitely keep your eye on him. But again, Vega Squadron, this is going to be their last buy. They won't be able to afford after this one. So it's going to be very, very difficult. Either way, set up outside of B once again. They're looking for something fast. Hoochie going to be walking right in here. The smoke going to be down, but he doesn't matter. Takes down Modi on the entry there. A player towards upper going to have to back off, and Valdi going to have to drop down as well. But you can see Snappy, he's just forced himself out, trying to take another frag, but Chopper will make the lead even greater for Vega as 2 kills go the way of the Russians. The bomb is going to be planted, but oh no, Mia just walks to the back, turned into Valdi. Trade again coming down, and a 2v4 favouring Vega quite heavily.
Nico will be able to bring it back to a 2 versus 3, but gets heavily tagged in that rotation. Needs some support from Yugi. He's just going to go jumping in with this AWP. Risky play to make. JR a little bit slow on the reaction. Won't be able to get either of the players. They almost line up, but this will bring it back to a closer scenario. Yugi, however, gets isolated, and it will be the T's to take themselves another round. AWP will be saved. And now the CTs are in a little bit of trouble. They will still be able to buy. Valde actually going to drop an AWP over. Guessing that's going to Yugi, although it has ended up in the hands of Snappy for just a second. And they are going to juggle a few weapons around it. I don't think it'd be the worst buy in the world, but it's definitely not going to be anything too pretty. 3 UMPs in play. Well, this is just meta game. But already 4 rounds on the board for the T's. Vega looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, but Yugi with his AWP again, he's going to be the peacemaker. You got to watch out for him. The issue is he's playing towards the wrong side. Again, Vega very fast into B. Hoochie going to be looking for the opener here. Flash goes in, but he's still not going to be blinded. He's still in their way. And these guys, they forced these CTs back so far. Modi going to be very exposed. Somehow Vega still haven't taken down a single player, and that's actually Modi to take the first blood. Gets himself one with the SMG. Valdi going to follow up as well. And now, what's happening? Vega Squadron are falling apart here. We need to see someone go massive. Amir, he's going to attempt to. Grabs himself one, wrapping around the back of the spawn as well. But no, it's going to be Modi there in position. Now it's all on JR with the AWP that we talked about earlier. He's on 1 already. 3 more to go. And with 29 HP, I see this being another round for Heroic.
Yeah, JR in a pretty horrible position at the moment. Right. Something of this round with the AWPs. Or AWP, I should say. And he does still have the bomb. That's something at least. Gonna go rotating back around. Try and find something over towards this A site. Not looking too good at this moment in time. Yuki has already rotated, ready and waiting to try and find something. And with 30 seconds left on the clock, he does have to get his running shoes on.
Yeah, should have the A site here. All he has to do is take down the one lone Yugi. The issue is, if he makes lots of noise, which I think he is doing, oh no, he gets jump spot. That's ruined it. Now the rotation's on. They know he can't go back towards the B site. This is having to be the commitment, and Yugi's even going to use a pistol. Doesn't need that AWP. Will close out the round there for Heroic, 3-4. The force buy actually working out as well, so triple UMP. Welcome to the meta, as you said. Now Vega, they're going to be the ones with the force in their hands. UMP's up. Is this, Tom, this is what this game is like right now. This is what this game is like. Every single round, it's UMPs. Doesn't even matter if you win the round. You're probably going to get UMPs anyway. Triple UMP for the Russians.
Well, it's the game-winning strategy, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't blame them for doing it. It's just ridiculous.
It is just one of those things at the moment, isn't it? That if you can just get a weapon that's so much cheaper, gets you so much more money, and it's just as effective, then why not? Obviously, there is a range fall-off, but I think it needs to be much higher. And also, like, it just can't be this effective. There can't be a way that you could just run and gun and just do this much damage. It just makes other weapons completely useless.
Look at this boost towards short. Valde. Oh,
They missed
just
it by like a
missing
second.
them. Yeah, that was the worst timing I've ever seen. The triple A stack. Sorry, I was like, wait, I was like, you gonna speak? Am I gonna
Me,
speak?
you, me. No, they're making their way up short though. Are they gonna do a boost of their own? I'm looking at Cassandra at the moment. They're ready and sitting on that bench.
He's setting up a smoke.
He's setting up a smoke. I wanted a boost. God, guys, I like boosts on overpass. I don't like smokes. Snappy gonna throw out counters though. This is mainly aiming to try and get the bomb down as a minimum, and then they can fall back. The problem is with the weaponry they have, falling back is going to be very, very difficult. Snappy in a good position to deny this plant, and he will do just that. Stops a couple. Mo will be able to get one back, but can he get anything more? Yes, he can. That's $1,200 made at least for him. He's also picked up an AK. The bomb, however, is dropped on site.
Nice shot from Yugi there. Just take down Hutchie, and now it's all going to be on Mir. The low man standing deep, but Valde's already on the flank, and that will be it there for Heroic. They managed to clean it up. Vegas Force not going to be able to get enough. A bomb plant would have been great in that round, but now with only two kills, it's going to be all that's really working out for them. So Vega Squadron just investing in a couple of PT-50s this time. No more UMPs, thank God. And Heroic, they are playing the anti-eco game. Snappy's going to be on an SMG of his own. This time it's the MP9, everyone's favourite gun here. He's going to be hunting for cash as he sets himself fast down towards the connector, expecting some kind of play for Vega Squadron. And this gun, it is great against armorless players.
Well, yeah, he's trying to get up close and personal. After the previous round where I think 4 players went through connector, this has been their counter. Just send him there, try and farm up a little bit of cash, but nobody really going in that direction at the moment. And looking like they're just feeling out the map, hoping that somebody will go aggressive. They have managed to get themselves into party, but obviously there's nobody actually that far forward. I think they've expected this to be one of those pistol rounds, and they just want to play far back on the A site. A site's very good for just, okay, you have to push into our angles. There's no way that you're going to be able to kill us from long range, or at least there shouldn't be. And it just means that with any of the aggression that you'd see in other rounds, basically you're giving yourselves a huge advantage over these pistols, which it should be the case anyway, but obviously at the moment it's not really.
Yeah, and the lack of utility is just a real downside for this Vega buy. Yugi's going to drop another over towards long. That's actually going down. Now we see the short push try to come through. A dink onto Nico, but not a lot of damage there. Buddy, he's even hungrier. Gets aggressive for the frags and gets himself 2. Can even save a PT-50 off of that. And Heroic, 5-4. Lovely round for them indeed there. But Vega is still able to buy up. We're not going to see the AWP back on JR, but we're still going to see full rifles, and that's what's important. It's good enough. Actually, sorry. I'm wrong. Chopper's on a UMP just to get a little more utility. His money's fairly low. He had 4k at the beginning of the round. Enough to get a buy, but not the utility. So maybe they got something set piece up their sleeves. I'd like to see more smokes instead of, and less, you know, just full-on B rushes.
4 rounds on the board. Not bad for Vega Squadron so far, but take away the pistol, and they have only managed 1 buy round. Cassandra is going to be able to trade 1 back, but nice positioning from Nico will give them the advantage once again. Long control has been completely taken over, though, by me. He's just going to go pushing all the way down. Oh, Yugi, are you about to be caught out? Yes, you are. Doesn't expect anybody to be that far up, and, well, this is just because of the aggression they've sent elsewhere on the map. Look at the position of Mir at the moment. He's going to throw a smoke down, try and bait them out into pushing into his crosshair. Valde has fallen for it. This is just so smart. He doesn't manage to get the kill though, and will have to fade away. But after already spotting 2 players, he knows exactly where they are. A third will even come from the same direction. It means that from behind, there's very likely that there'll be nothing. Valde, however, with the boost, will actually be able to catch one out. That could just be from those missed shots moments ago.
Yeah, that could be a game changer here. Unless Mir can go big and he won't go straight down now. It's all onto Hoochie. He's got to play this one solo. Molotov goes out. He's still going to peek into it. Nice quick kill there onto Nico. That's going to deny the defusal. Flash goes out as well. That may bait the players. They're not on the bomb just yet. The time is ticking away. He needs to kill the diffuser. He's going to be running around the wrong angle. This is taking so long, but no, Valde gets aggressive. He expects the angle, and Hoochie goes down. It's going to be Heroic to just pick up the round. The time is so low. But it was so unfortunate with Mir with that push down into Bank, not able to get that kill onto Valde, single-handedly lost into the round. If that was a 2v2, we wouldn't have seen the boost come out so fast, we wouldn't have seen that pick onto JR, and we wouldn't have seen the retake. So great stuff from Heroic there. Very, very lucky, but they make it out alive. And now we still see a buy from either side, but the loss bonus is starting to build up now for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, no oomph needed. With the bomb plant there, they will actually be able to get AKs across the board, smokes on every single player, but other than that, well, that's all the utility they have now. The one flash has been used by Hoochie fairly early on. Look at this aggression this time, a complete switch up to what we saw a couple of rounds ago. We can already see they're taking control over towards Connector. They've pushed all the way into Party. They will fade back now after smokes are thrown in, but there's now 3 players aggressive over towards this A site, so clearly not happy, not content with just leaving map control. Obviously, this window boost, very, very common. So they do have to be a little bit careful when looking in this position. But, well, they're not actually going to spot anything because the majority of the players now from the T site are making their way over towards that B site, where they will have 2 players to greet them in the form of Modi and Valde.
Sneak into B though from Chopper again. Molly's going to be set up, but it doesn't matter. Chopper is a star here for the team. Him and JR are going to combine. They're both going to be able to pick up an entry frag on the B site. Another bomb going down. Heroic are just straight up going to save. We've lost 2 players. We've got a AAA play. There's no way we can attempt to retake in a 5-on-3. And even though they have no utility to hold them down, they have the aim, and that's what matters most of the time. You know, if you have that, star player like Chopper, like JR, you're going to be clean. And look at them, just even cutting down the exits as well. Only Nico and Yugi going to make it out alive. And that's really dangerous as well. If they could say 3 rifles, a buy's going to be far easier. But still, they have cash in the reserve. So they'll still see a buy coming out. Modi has 9k. We have Yugi on 5. So yeah, it's not going to be impossible. Issue is, Vega are back on the board here. And this is still staying very equal. Not something we really expected on overpass. While it is Vega's map pick, yes, Heroic are a very dominant team on this map. But it's very nice to see something refreshing, seeing not just a stomp from Heroic and seeing Vega actually be able to get their foot in the door.
Well, I think the big thing we have to highlight as well is from the perspective of Vega, the way they've been playing it, a lot of the rounds they've won is just very quick push, almost off spawn. We've just seen Hoochie go, hey, guys, I've got a really good spawn to just run into B and catch them off. I'm just going to do that and probably get an entry kill. And so far, well, he has been doing very, very well. The kills he's been getting have been hugely impactful. And then on the A site, and another round, obviously they did lose it, but they managed to get all the way up long without anybody seeing them. I think there are a few positions on this map at the moment where Heroic are just relinquishing too much map control, or they're just not ready for somebody to be pushing in that direction. Again, if you look over towards long, there is absolutely no one there.
No, we've been seeing Yugi pick up the AWP there quite a lot here, holding a more passive play.
They have rotated in, but now they got no one short.
the life of a CS player. I like the double set on long though. We've got the bait play. Obviously Yugi back towards the corner. They spot him. They'll focus on him, and Nico will be there in surprise. Flash goes in though. Nico peeks. Flash out in hand, and Hoochie goes down. It's now Nico to try and follow up. He knows there's a second, and he's going to take the kill as well. Just backs off. Valde in the meantime gets himself one down towards B, but Cassandra will react. However, Modi again, another double stack here for Heroic. They are really pulling in this buddy system, and it is working out phenomenally. Already 3 kills up. Only the demise of 1. However, JR will have a free B site if he just takes this 1 kill. Sneaking on in, the rotation going to come in through, but it's too late. Molly's already down. There's no trade frag just yet. JR should be allowed to get a free bomb plant here. Flash and smoke to allow him to cross, but he gets aggressive here. Towards Graffiti Snap he falls, and 2 kills to the man himself. There's only 2 more to go.
Up of Yugi is going to be waiting as the flank comes in from his teammate Nico, who's had a very good start to this round. JR is going to be trying to get aggressive into Monster. Now, this could be the right play to make. If he manages to just time this well, he may be able to get in behind Nico. And he has actually heard him throwing the nade. This could be absolutely perfect from JR. Has he spotted out Nico, though? That's the thing. If he gets his timing right, there's the first kill. Now he's got the Molotov ready for the bomb, but there is a smoke in the hands of Yugi. He's just going to go straight for this defuse. Will there actually be time for JR to get back in? No, there will not. Yugi makes the play, and that will be the round going the way of Heroic after what I have to say was a very good attempt from JR.
Yeah, really nice stuff there. Yeah, 3 out of 4 kills, gets in there, gets the bomb down, lots of money grab for the side of Vega Squadron, but just going to fall a little bit short. But that's the thing, Heroic were far too late on that rotation with Snappy. He gets into B, he gets that free kill on Modi, who doesn't have a trade. Snappy somehow misses his shot over towards Graffiti, and JR just exploits that, takes him down as well. So almost a round taken for the Vega guys, but either way, they're going to switch on the pace again. We've seen these work, and they're going again for the fast B play. Cassandra's going to get the entry this time, and it is just working out phenomenally for the Russians, pushing on in. This is how you burst the economy of the CTs. 3 entry frags at the cost of nothing. I'm going to go down, and Heroic already running for the hills.
Yeah, this is a sort of rinse and repeat. I don't want to make the joke, but I almost have to. It's just the rush B don't stop. They just keep doing it, and it works wonderfully because they've got the talent to just hit those headshots on the entry. I think Modi has gone down pretty much every time they've gone in that direction, just tried to like stop them, throw down a smoke. They don't care. They're going to go through it, they're going to headshot you, and there's very little you can do about that. Now, unfortunately, so far at least, they haven't managed to find any reaction. Look at this from well positioned. Is he going to get both? Yes, he is. Cleans up the round. And now the CTs really are in peril. This half could be going the other way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really impressed at the way Vega Squadron's doing right now. A reset onto the economy of Heroic is only going to force them up to potentially even, 8 rounds here on this half. Especially with the force bite from Heroic. This is costly. If they don't win this round, if Heroic don't win it, they got no money for the next one, and that's going to be the last round of the half as well. So it's going to be this, and then another UMP force bite with only $1,900 in the bank. So this is a really, really risky buy, Tom. It's very important that Heroic get something into this. Even if they don't win it, maybe save 2-3 rifles. They've got a good round ahead of them, but let's see how it goes. Vega Squadron, they are going to be setting up towards A this time, a far more slower, methodical approach. And look at the setup from Heroic as well. Very focused down towards this B site, probing out on short. We have just Snappy rotating back towards A. And I think they realise there's a good chance we're going to be seeing an A play by now, as they haven't spotted a single player down towards this B site. In fact, Tom, they're so goddamn confident they're rotating 4 players.
I like it. They've got to go for something ballsy here. They can't just sit back and wait to try and face individual duels when they've got the weaker weaponry. So they're going to go for something ridiculous and just try and sit over. They have actually split it a little bit more safe now with a 3-2, but still some decent positions. They've got their pistols ready to try and shut these players down, but lovely shot from Cassandra. Open things up, picks off the boosted player, and already one is gone, and now they're going to just throw their utility down. They can get this bomb plant in, fall back, and they have the range advantage by absolute miles.
Yeah, most definitely. I don't see Heroic doing this, although Snappy, great angle there. Just going to get flashed, but he still gets a kill right before it bursts. Takes down Cassandra now, equal pickings here as Heroic. They're working their way back into the site. There's no reason they should be saving this one, at least attempt it. But Vega, as you said, range advantage, going to get into some great positions here to hold up the bomb. Tucci, the only player playing close, he's already out of the equation, but there's still an AWP on JR, and he's going big. One quick kill, needs to follow up with a second. There's Yugi. He's just bait peeking, but it's Valley now to take the shot. Yugi's still there. He does manage to trade, but it's still a 2-on-1 as his teammate falls to the ground. Yugi has to go massive, and frankly, there's just not a lot of time left. These players aren't going to peek. He picks up the kit, but Mir will be the man to close it out. It's going to be the round going to Vega Squadron. A costly one, yes, but it's not going to matter at this point. These teams have so much cash.
Yeah, I spoke about this with Harry a little bit yesterday about how having a new addition to the team can bring some problems on your CT sides early on, especially depending how they fit into this team, whether they move somebody out of a different position. I think it was pretty much a straight swap, though, with Orpa for Orpa, so a lot of the positions he'll play on this map, at least, should be very similar. Aggressive peaks over towards, well, what will be Party and into that A-ramp, so I don't think it should affect them too much, but obviously with rotations, basically just playing off symmetry in the way you play with your team, it can all change. And obviously he's gone from being the standout star to, I think, one of many on this team. I'm a huge fan of Valde on this team. When they first started, they actually did the Starladder Season 2, and he was absolutely phenomenal.
Good stuff for Vega to open things up. Mir's going to get digged down towards this short area, or the long area, sorry. But Heroic still not a lot of weaponry to work with. They're going to need to grab themselves some rifles, although that's exactly what I'm talking about. Snappy takes down Chopper and Connector, swaps out his UMP for an AK. Better weapon to play with. His teammate can pick up the UMP as well. But now we see these players start to progress up towards the A site. Atsuchi to play close. He gets spotted out from the van, but it's still going to be Yugi here with a deagle. He needs to go big. Oh, there's a quick D. Cassandra's going to be dropped. The rotations are in for Heroic. It's the last round of the half. They've got no reason to not rotate in this one. The issue is time is ticking away from Vega, and they still have the man disadvantage without much utility either.
They're going to go for the rotation, though.
Oh, no.
They're going to start making their way back. They have sent Snappy over there. He's got himself an AK, and he will hear all of the footsteps, so that's going to give everything away. He's got to do something here, and already JR picks him off with that AWP. The rotation has come in for the rest of the team, and actually they're being bogged down in this corner, trying to cross. Only 5 HP. And Mir manages to get there, but he's very low. It's going to come down to just JR, and the time is not there. All Yugi has to do is stay alive, run for the hills, and he has won this round and finish it with a knife. The money doesn't even matter at this point. It's all just for the meme.
Heroic make it work. I'm not too sure how with such a buy, considering the same buy in the previous round had no success. But either way, it's not going to matter too much. Vega Squadron with a very dominant T side. Not often you see 7 rounds from the supposed underdog in this matchup. Again, this is their map pick, so you can give that to them. But still, I'm very impressed regardless. Heroic are, arguably far better team. So this pistol round going to be important to see who can take the lead first and foremost. If Vega can get this, we are likely to be seeing a potential 10-8, which will be very, very good going for their confidence in this first map. But taking it away, it's going to be Heroic for what am I saying? Tech 9 on Valde with the armor drop from Snappy, and they're charging into the empty B site.
Only one man here. It's going to be Hoochie trying to make a play with this USP, but it is not going to happen. The rotation will be quick. Well, this was clearly their idea, hoping to try and retake the site. Not the easiest site in the game to retake by any stretch, but a lot of angles that you can take to try and get yourself back in. Valde is going to be the first to find one, but a trade quickly in from JR, so back to a 4 versus 4. Need to hit these shots quickly, though. They don't currently have a kit on any of the remaining players, although Mer has just picked it up, so bought them a little bit more time. Another kill from JR. Make that 3 already, and a 4th as well.
Oh my God.
And that will be a wonderful round from him, helping his team clean things up. Mer gets 1 as well, and the defuse will be made.
Very good stuff from Vega Squadron there. I like the retake play on B. It works out for them phenomenally. Although Heroic, I don't know, man. I feel like they're getting overconfident in this matchup. Maybe a bit arrogant, in fact, going for these 4 spies. Yes, Vega are likely to get a lot of SMGs into the second round, but Heroic actually forcing. Maybe thinking that the overdog's a little bit too much. Who was that against?
I think that was against Fnatic Academy. It was either them or Fnatic. One of them definitely did this and got absolutely slaughtered. I'm like, oh, JR. You beauty. See, he knows what I like. This guy is just here to please. He's got the XM. He's going to be causing some havoc. He's over towards Connect. They're the perfect place for this weapon to be played. I think I may be having to switch soon, just because that has made me very happy.
Yeah, he's a keen shotgun user. Down towards Connector. Snappy's going to be walking on in. Shouldn't really take this fight up against the shotgun, but apparently he can. JL misses some crucial shots there. Now this B play is going to come out. They're going to flush their way in. Chopper's still playing close towards the pit, so he can deny any bomb plant. Gets himself 2, but actually the bomb does go down in the meantime. He's got 3, though. It's not going to matter. His teammate surely should be able to clear this one up, but Nico equalizes thing back on.
Look how much utility Nico has.
Yeah, full nades. This is going to be perfect. Mir, though, he knows where he is. He's going to be chasing him. Team play as well. There's 2 of them. And Mir drops him. Now it's all on Snappy. The best gun in the game. He's going to be spotted. And the range just isn't in his favor. It's Vega Squadron to pick up the round. And Tom, he's very upset with the lack of use of the shotgun in that round.
Both players who picked it up. It was like it was cursed. Please, man. Oh, I thought he was going to pick up just for the joke. Oh, God. That... just the almost panic shot. He should have just gone with the Tech 9. I'm going to be honest there. But, yeah, the cursed XM, it doesn't pay off at all. They are just going to go with a few pistols. Realistically, it's sort of... I always look at these positions and say, hey, it's basically as if you just didn't get the bomb down. That's the way that these rounds sort of go. It's just like, yeah, you haven't lost a huge amount because you're still going to be able to buy in round number 4. The problem is, though, it's just given Vega Squadron a little bit of a lead and an extra couple of rounds so they could just farm up a bit of cash. Exactly,
and the SMGs, as we have seen so far in the past year are very effective at doing that. Heroic though, Pistol's going to be just playing a slow one outside of A, just taking their time here with the engagements. No real reason to push up too heavily. They haven't really got a lot of hope in this round, considering they don't have any armor and utility anyway, but they're going to attempt something. Up towards long, Cassandra pushes up here with the SMG and Chopper. He's just playing the bait role that we see Yugi was earlier. Actually backs off towards short though, but he's going to reposition towards long. Either way, Cassandra going to get one tap by Modi with the Deagle, who actually goes on to do a lot more damage on Chopper as well. Now Heroic, they have a potential A hit on their hands, but the rotations are going to come in thick and fast. JR's already moving back up towards that A side to support his low HP teammate.
And they have to be careful now, because in the next round a buy is coming. And if they lose too many rifles here, this is going to be a heavy rebuy coming in the next round. They've already got a couple of low players, so they can't afford to just be throwing money away. And Snappy is going to run across. That's actually a rifle down already. The bomb plant. 3 bomb plants in a row now for this T side. Hoochie, well, he's coming in from behind, but he's already tagged. And they're just going to push onto him. They're going to try and take him down, ruin any chance of a flank. This is very smart play from Heroic, but this is very scary now. Yes, Mir has himself a kit. Are they even gonna? Surely not.
I thing is, I don't see them. Yeah, I don't see them going for this, right? Because despite Heroic not having weaponry, they're 4 players, and with a double man disadvantage, it's so difficult to retake. If they had utility, they could, throw a smoke on the bomb. One person could stick it with a diffuse kit, and JR could support him. But they don't really have the options there. They have to back off. The time is just too low. Heroic would have been able to bait them, and they want to have these rifles. You talked about it yourself. You said the rebuy would be heavy. They just need to save these guns so they can actually have a rebuy. Because let's say, right, they had this money, but with 0 rifles. Yeah, what would we see? Nothing, right? 2 rifles. Not even UMPs, unless we see body armor. So yeah, they had to save these rifles. That's going to be the only thing that facilitates a buy into this round, which is quite weird to say.
Yeah, no, it's just one of those situations where you look at it and you go, most of the time against those sort of the pistols. Oh, is that a mouse problem? Yeah, I'm not surprised actually, because watching, I think the stream noticed it as well. Whoever that was, I think it was Mir, was just walking into every wall and he was running down the stairs backwards. So, I think that he may have... Yeah, there we go. You can see it on his screen now. He's shaking the mouse. He's realized... So, clearly something went completely wrong there. I did think he just completely lost the plot for a second. But, yeah, because he ran out of that round backwards.
I was a bit confused. I just wasn't questioning it. Maybe it's a Russian thing. Just run backwards. That's how you save. So at least if someone shoots you, you can just stop moving. That's the way to do it. It's a new meta, Tom.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take the word for it. I'm not going to be taking that meta into account anytime soon. But the meta I can take is obviously the umps. Still in play, 1 on each team. Snappy. And, of course, well, hello, JR. Never mind. Goodbye, ump. Already they're going to get that first kill on Valde, pick up a rifle for themselves and fall back. Very nice start. Aggression paying off wonderfully for Vega. It is seemingly something they are very good at. It's undeniable that these individuals have crisp aim. And, well, so far so good. Going to try and use that to their advantage by taking out some aggression over on these T players. Now, the T side, you have to remember that because of the round they won, they didn't actually save a lot of weaponry. It was only UMPs and a couple of Deagles. So, yes, they got the round win, but at the same time, they haven't built up any economy off of it. Only Snappy actually has anything, and that's because he kept the UMP. So if they lose this round, they're in just as much trouble as they would have been a few rounds ago, if not worse, because of the way things have gone. And JR, he's going to double up already. They're going to lose another player, and Modi's now down to 35 HP.
Yeah, this is a really good round for Vega. The save obviously working out for them in the time being, a 5v3 as you say, and now Yugi, Modi and Nico need to bring things back with Modi being tagged up. So up towards short and long they go. It's going to be Yugi solo posted with that AWP as we see JR and Hoochie going for a boost, and this is a rare one. You don't commonly see this so far. JR's on top of that truck. I really like this angle. Yugi's going to walk into it. JR's trying to find the spot, but Yugi, he takes down the first player. Chopper going to get dropped. They can't afford to 1v1 this. Yugi's nuts. 2 shots off, but Hoochie going to trade. And that could have been a really dangerous round there for Vega, pushing in 1 by 1.
You can tell how badly you wanted him to clutch that.
Yeah, dude, I was so ready for the hype. I was so ready. I knew it was happening. I was like, it's going to happen.
He's been pretty quiet so far, it has to be said. He's only got 9 kills on the board.
They're 9-10 against Vega. They're quite generally, right? This isn't like Heroic. I'm not trying to bash on Vega. I'm just saying Heroic is a tier above. So it's a real strange surprise to see Vega actually doing so well. And that I'm impressed from. These guys have been very phenomenal in this first map, and they look like to be continuing to do that as they take the round lead. And Heroic on the fours, walking into the B site.
They're going to have a force bite coming in from this T side, trying to make something work. So far, they have managed to get themselves a bomb plant already onto the site. Yuki will actually get himself a kill with that CZ. Trades are coming in, and well, maybe this is the weapon he needed to have. 2 kills for him so far, doing work. Snappy coming in from behind, making sure there's nobody on the flank, and, well, get themselves back into this site. The CT side running out of utility. They've got themselves a kit, but that's about it. They've got to try and get very, very close to personal. Cassandra will find one. It's down to just Snappy with that Tech 9. He's just got to try and bait out the time. And in fact, it's the player without the kit that's actually going for the defuse. That's the wrong decision to make, and Snappy's going to get both.
That was such a weird round. That made no sense there for Vega on the retake. Obviously, I didn't expect him towards that standby position, which is why the angle being held was so tight, and the trade was really, really hard to get. Either way, bit of a failed round there from Vega. Not expecting that setup at all. Getting the defuse before the smoke was down, which is a hard one to justify. But either way, they are going to be down to the eco now. Just pistols across the board. No armor, no utility. And Heroic, they are definitely well equipped to deal with this anti-eco. Triple UMP again. So they set up outside of this A site. Really, really good stuff from Heroic there to actually pick that up. I didn't expect Snappy's at least late lurk position to yield too much, as Vega weren't really pushing down through that connector. But either way, I don't expect too much from Vega in this round, but this map has been very confusing across the board, so who really knows?
Yeah, Yugi as well, getting 2 entry kills with just a CZ is very surprising. Wow. Not so surprising, UMP's cleaning up versus these pistols. The CT side money is still not going to be great going into the next round. It will be enough to yield a buy. Happy will eventually get himself couple of kills. Obviously moving up a little bit. Again, has been someone who's been pretty quiet, so I think that's going to help him out confidence-wise going into the latter stages of this match. And it is looking like we may just see a little bit of a mix buy. Yeah, not going to go full in. Clearly wanting to get that AWP back in play for the next round, and well, just buying down to that sort of 2k marker in order to get that 2,400 bonus, which will help them get a better buy. Yeah,
I understand it, obviously, but it's still not good to be in, this kind of position, knowing that you have to give away 2 rounds in a row, pretty much. Again, lenient to say that Vega will be able to pick up this round, although they do go for the boost on short, and that could be quite good. However, Nico's holding the angle. Still, Mia's going to get the kill. Doesn't matter. Oh, Mia! That's disgusting. Jumping shot onto Valde. Hutchie and Chopper both get digs, and this round is falling apart from Heroic, ladies and gentlemen. Modi going to have to retrieve
that's
something
disgusting.
From the inside, and he only gets himself 1. Still pinched in behind all of these Russian players. I don't see this one happening.
That's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen with a CZ. That is filthy. Still, Modi. He's got his chance here. He's got the AK, doesn't have the bomb, but he's got lots of time to play with, and he's already starting to isolate these players down. Low HP. Actually going to try and throw out a smoke to help him a little bit with retrieving that bomb. Spot out a couple of players. The problem is the smoke, I think, has missed slightly, leaving just a gap for JR to actually peek through. P250 at close range. Can be deadly, but actually, Modi's going to find herself another one. Oh, actually caught reloading. No, Cassandra will finish things off. I still can't believe that he just got a jumping CZ headshot. That is so broken.
Ridiculous, ridiculous stuff. It's going to make them pick up the round again. I said I was lenient to say they could pick up the round, but they do it, and that was off of some very balanced weaponry in Counter-Strike. I do love it though. I mean, the thing is, right? Everyone hates the fact that you have this accuracy while jumping, and yet you have all the run and gun. I do hate some of it, like the pistol damage and the pistol run and gun. But stuff like that, the jumping shots, as much as I shouldn't love it, it's so entertaining to watch. I love Cold Zero's jumping up shot. I love stuff like that. It's so entertaining. And that's what I love about this game. It's entertaining, right? It's not just tactical. It's not just very skill-based. It's entertaining. Stuff stuff like that really does make my day. Modi, though, opening up from the side of Heroic onto JR. Going to be the man advantage secured here for the Danes. Definitely around where they need as well, as a reset is definitely on the cards with Vega Squadron picking up that previous eco.
Yeah, both teams' economy on the brink at the moment. T's with a little bit of a worse state. Well, with this man advantage in this round, they're going to be trying to take this one through. The spray, well, it was connecting onto Valde, but the flashbang is absolutely perfect. We're going to look towards Snappy making his way forward. Mir, however, on the counter side of the map, will be able to find himself a pick. Does mean that they're in slightly less of a predicament, and actually Hoochie catches one as they try to fade away, meaning that things have actually evened up a little bit. There's only going to be one player over towards this B side, though, playing around the smoke. Oh, this could work wonderfully. He's going to hit all of them going over towards Monster, knowing exactly where they are. I don't think they'll expect anybody to be this close. The second they go for the bomb plant, he's going to be that snake in the grass.
Yeah, Chopper distracting them as well. In the meantime, peeks out. There's the bomb plant, but it's not going to go down. And time is too low, Tom. There's just nothing they can do in this round. Yugi has to pick up that bomb, but he doesn't realize. What is he looking for? He's just looking for a gun or an AWP. There we go. Just trying to save that. Still going to be the round going to Vega, and the flanks already coming out. Mir just on the back. And great stuff. Great position as well from Mir. And I like the fact they didn't just depend on him. It allowed Chopper to run into the site to take the distraction, so they were focused on him. So Mir could sneak in to the back and then drop the bomb. So good teamwork from Vega. Nice stuff on the board there. And 12 to 11. It's going to be their round to play with. Heroic again, Tom. It's a force buy. Something not uncommon this series.
Yeah, we're only in map 1, and I think we've seen maybe more force buys than buys at this stage, if you consider the buy being all AKs and grenades. We've seen plenty of UMPs. It's going to be this fast push again, or attempting to be. But they're being countered by utility. Actually, 3 players over on this B site already, so clearly expecting people to be in this position at the moment. Here we go. Got their smokes ready. They do still have a little bit of utility to play with. The AWP on Yugi, I'm not sure how this is going to come into effect, because entering onto that B side is going to be very difficult. He almost has to hope that he can just be set up like a pillar. 2 players spraying through that smoke. They are going to be able to get a couple, but it's still being traded out at the moment. Valde trying his best, but now it is just Yugi with that AWP, and he's going to miss the first shot. Goes with the Glock. Triple shot. Just about makes it, but now he's going to get isolated. JR gets both, and, well, they decide they don't even want that AWP. Just happy to stick with one.
And now, as the rounds start to tick away, with Vega winning that anti-force by Heroic now on the eco, this will grant, again, in theory, a free round for Vega. So 14 to 11 is looking likely here. And now you got to go, oh god, are they going to really win this map? It's looking very, very likely. Again, it's not, you know, it's not over till it's over. But Vega really are going above the mark.
Economy game starting to play big on the minds of Danes. However, with a Tech 9 in hand, anything seems to be possible. Cassandra is going to get taken down. That leaves a rifle left in the open for the T side to gather up. Actually, Valde has himself a little bit of Kevlar as well, so that's actually quite a decent pickup. Obviously, it leaves him in a little bit of a predicament versus these M4s. No head armor means 1 tap to the face, and he is down and out. He's just spotted 2 over towards long, though. And I think that may deter him from taking too much of a peek, but it will mean the rest of his team go pushing. Chopper, though. Perfect spray. Already picks up 2 with headshots. Snappy just going to be waiting around the corner. Smoke will go down. Leaves a little bit of a gap for him to hold into. And while JR peeking towards long will finish off Valde. And that will be a relatively clean round with only the loss of Cassandra.
Yep, so nothing Vegas should be worried about. They can still rebuy, drop a gun over to Cassandra, and then the buy will be coming out from Heroic in reverse here. Yugi not going to have enough of the AWP. I mean, he could have gone for it, but he would have had 0 utility. He still could have got armor, though, so that's quite a strange... No, actually, he bought armor before, so no, he would be able to get the AWP fine. Maybe he's just not feeling it this match, or maybe they've got a strategy planned around the AKs, right? Because he had enough money for the AWP. Weird. Either way, let's see how he plays this one. It's going to be Heroic with their last chance to get back into this match. If they don't, they've got to either play overtime or likely lose, and that's not the way to start it off. JR going to get a pick onto Nico, backs off as well from the party area and pushes himself back in towards the A site, just straight onto default. Doesn't even want to take the fight. And look at the setup. This is why he has to play passive because his teammates, they're over in the connector. We've got this boost up. Chopper's going to be on top of that stack. And with Cassandra as well, going to be joining him, holding down towards the lower stairs. Well, this is great for information. The issue is, if they play full up long, it's just going to be solo JR trying to hold off this site.
He's needing to find a way back into this round. They've got a minute left on the clock. Look at this boost in connector at the moment. Chopper waiting, and look at the aggression from JR as well. He's going to try and make this even worse. Overkill onto Snappy, who is low on HP. Valde stuck behind the door, just being flashed into oblivion. As Mir then comes in from behind and finishes him off. Gets the second as well. Yugi, well, maybe the new boy on the block, but he's got to try and find 5 kills if they're going to be not going up against match point.
Yeah, he's already been spotted as well. A position telegraphed on the flank coming out as well. He's got a player right behind to worry about, but they line up. Yugi gets himself too. Sadly, though, Chopper's going to be there for the demise. He takes him down on the flank, and that was very lucky timing because Yugi just went nuts there. It's not going to impact too much. Vega still have a good amount of cash here in their wallet, so still going to be able to buy in Heroic, forcing things up. UMP's inbound, AKs as well. Still no AWP for Yugi and Vega.
Probably the best buy they've had.
Yeah, it's looking like it, isn't it? I've got to say, I think this is going to be the map for the Russians. Yeah, I know. Don't just let me dream. Let me dream.
The little bit of aggression from JR with the AWP, but doesn't manage to pick anything up yet. Going to see a little bit of aggression over towards this connector spot. CT side will fade away. Quite a lot of people holding around here at the moment, not really taking any map control on the side of Heroic, just hoping there'll be some sort of aggression over on that CT side. But as of yet, we've seen very little. They're just going to sit back. They're happy to wait. They are going to be spotting around the smokes that they've thrown to delay the time. But other than that, happy to just wait for these Ts to push onto them. Probably expecting somewhat of a weaker buy. It has been 5 rounds in a row for the CT side, so they know that they will have loss bonus, but it's whether or not they had anything out. And without bomb plants along the way, it does leave them relatively limited. Now, the position of Cassandra is about to come under a hell of a lot of pressure. And he's actually going to lose that duel, starting things off. And that's also going to be another AK into the hand of the T side as well.
Yeah, good start here for Heroic. Vega already calling in some rotations. Mir's got to be coming back in through the CT spawn, not trying to run, doesn't want to make any noise, and he's not of the most of rushes as JR is posted up with the AWP with the support from Chopper, but they actually must think this is B, and they're going to be right. They see the time is getting low. Now they're going to move players back in towards the B side. 2 players on upper. Actually, Heroic, sorry, they are hitting A, so this is a wrong call to make. It's all on JR. Nice quick shot there, going to take down Valde. That's, I think, through the edge of the smoke as well, but either way, Vega going to equalize things back up. Bomb attempted to be planted, but the wallbang. Oh no, JR, there's only 8 seconds left. They need to get this bomb right down now, and Snappy going to attempt to, but JR not in position to stop the bomb once again. It's going to be planted still. The man advantage now for the Russians.
A very nice shot from him, but they've still got work to do as of yet. After plant positions, Nico's got to be very careful. Will line up the first, but he's going to get sprayed through the smoke already. Him down and out. But he's going to go up close. Look at the position of Stab. He's just trying to hide, hoping that he can deny this, but it's not going to happen. Chopper will push in, and map number 1 is going the way of the Russians. Vega Squadron, they take their map pick. And now Heroic, they've got a 2-map comeback to make. I think starting with Nuke.
Yeah. Again, that's a map that I really think they do have a good chance to pick up. And, despite Vega picking this up, I still want to bet on Heroic just because of the map series. But they really did look shaky in that first map. It's all going to depend on how Nuke goes, right? How easily they pick it up, of course, because it isn't a map for Vega. And the way that Heroic was buying constantly, the fact that you didn't pick up the AWP on rounds he could have afforded it, maybe a confidence playing into account there. He's not even top fragging right now. He's at the bottom of the scoreboard. And this is a guy that only just recently joined the roster and has had very good star performances already in Pro League. So I'm interested to see how Nuke goes. If Vega closes it out in 2 maps, it's always possible, but I should expect Heroic to come back in this second. Either way, we will be back with that map D Nuke in just a few minutes, guys. So be